All right, so I do a Sunday power hour. This video is not going to be an hour because I don't have people doing comments or waiting for people with comments. I have not figured out the time that it's going to happen, but I will let you know when I figure it out. And it will probably be the first Sunday of the new year. So there are a couple things that I do. Once I do my morning routine, okay, this is after that because I need to check my calendar to see what's going on. So I make sure my board is filled out. The orange section, I take you up there to show you, but I have people's names written down, so no, that's an invasion of privacy. So top line on the board is the days of the week. Second line is the weather, not only the temperature, but if it's going to be rainy, sunny, cloudy, snowy. Underneath that is Juan's work schedule, so that way he knows just at a glance. And yes, it's written on our wall calendar over there, but he likes it here also, so I keep it there. All right. Next section, you see the orange writing. That is Jasek. That is school classes he has. That is schoolwork he needs to do. I've erased 2 days off of there already. And he likes to erase it when he's done. I don't blame him. I like that too. So projects that need to be taken care of, work that needs to be done, appointments that he has, when he needs to take his good shower, all that stuff goes in his orange. That's obviously more for me than for him. Next line is my work schedule. When do I need to work? So when do I have what clients? Stuff like that. If you're interested in becoming a client, send me a message. We'll get you all hooked up with FlyLady Premium. Okay. Then is my to-do list underneath that. I start with 3 things. As those 3 things get done, I add more. And then underneath that is what I'm doing for meals. Below that, which you can't see at Jasek's eye level, I have everything that he can possibly eat in the house for snack, for breakfast, for lunch. So let's see, right now there's yogurts, there's smoothies, there's Polyjuice Potion, which is a green smoothie, macaroni and cheese, cereal, sandwich, apples with peanut butter, plain apple, grapes, pears, and a homemade Lunchable. That is all written there, so he can just go there and he can let me know. When he was on his waffle and pancake kick, that was on there too. But obviously it changes for him. So right now there is not a lot of prep that I need to do for him in order to be able to eat. That is my next thing that I look at. Prep for lunches, breakfast, and work lunches for Juan. So I go to the refrigerator and I have a cute little box in there. And it's divided into 3 sections. They each have a protein of some sort snack for Juan for lunches. So I look at those and I see what needs to be restocked. That has also been taken care of before I went and did groceries, because that is a part, obviously, of my grocery list. I check on the fruit. How is that? Because Juan always takes fruit. I look at the meats and the bread and stuff like that. If there is anything that I can do to prep for the week, that gets written down on the prep list. For Jasek right now, I have the smoothies prepped in bags, all the fruit cut up, which I still have plenty, so I don't need to do that today. But, when I do it live, I may end up having to prep some fruit, weigh out some spinach, put that in a bag. They get sealed in 2 separate bags. They go into the freezer, so that way he can decide if he wants a Polyjuice Potion or if he wants a regular smoothie. Okay, we don't need to be having that right now. I take a look at other breakfast stuff like the bagels and stuff like that to see how we're doing. When I had to make pancakes and waffles, I would make a double batch on Sunday and freeze. Alton Brown has an amazing recipe for waffles and for, okay, no, for waffles and for pancakes. And I swear by his recipes, they are the bomb. And I just make a double batch and I freeze them. Throw chocolate chips in them, throw, fruit on there, fruit compote, whatever. Then it's all made. So once I get any food prepped that I need to prep, food is done. Looking at the calendar also tells me what events do I have going on. Now this week we've got Christmas and we've got Christmas Eve. So I need to think about number one, potluck for Christmas Eve. And then obviously I don't need to prep anything for Tuesday, but Sunday and Monday are my cookie baking days. So I need to make sure that I have that up. Yes, I realize I save it to the last minute because when I didn't save it to the last minute, I made too many cookies. So when I save it to the last minute, I have to be very picky and very choosy about what cookies I do. All right. And then I go and I lay out clothes for the entire week. And they get stuck on hangers in my closet. Done. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sweatshirts, I will wear them for 2 days. And we are definitely in Wisconsin sweatshirt weather, so that helps. So all my clothes get laid out. If we're going somewhere and Giuseppe needs a special outfit, that one gets laid out as well. One that he doesn't pick. I look to see what events Giuseppe has coming up. Or any events that Juan has coming up that I'm going to need to do something for. Those all go on the calendar. They go in my journal. They go on that calendar. And they get written down on that calendar. I don't believe that once is enough. I remember when I was going to school and I had a science teacher. He told me, if you write something down 3 times, you remember it. And that has stuck to me. And so therefore, I write things down in 3 separate places. So there's that. So far, I've done my morning routine. I've checked the calendar to see what's going on. I have any food prep for breakfast and lunch and like ready-made food done. I have clothes laid out for the entire week. All right. Next, we're going to go to dinner prep. So I take a look at each recipe that I have for the week. And the first thing I do is I look to see if I'm going to need to have it, double it, or swap it out a little bit. If I can chop vegetables, if I can prep meat, if I can do anything like that, it all gets done, labeled, stuck in a bag, and put in the fridge. And that usually, by the time I hit that, I'm pushing my hour. Some weeks are easier than others. Some weeks are harder than others. Next week, there is going to be a lot of prep happening on Sunday for Monday night's dinner because we always do fondue for New Year's Eve. So that means cutting the meat, cutting the chicken, cutting the bread, cutting the fruit, I might not do all the fruit right away, but there's a lot of prep that goes into that. So next week, there will be more prep going on, but there is no school, so that helps. So that's my Sunday in a nutshell. The easiest way to get through it all, some music, listen to a football game, Have just like help if possible. Sometimes he likes to help, sometimes not so much. Um, this Sunday, once again, it's going to be a little bit busier because I'm throwing cookies into it too. But that's what I do on Sundays. That's how I get ready. I look at each step. I look at where we need to go, what we need to eat early, and then what we need to eat late. If you work out of the house, you can do the same thing with your lunches. Salads in a mason jar are absolutely wonderful. Or soups in a mason jar, whatever. You can prep your lunches too. Doesn't just have to be the kids. When one takes lunch meat or peanut butter and jelly, I make a bunch of them and I stick them in the freezer. So, I put a little butter on either side of the bread, a little mayonnaise on either side of the bread, stops the bread from getting yucky. And then I put the meat and everything on, vacuum seal the sandwiches, and we're done. Go in the freezer. I also wrap them in aluminum foil too. So my whole thought process for Sunday, and this helps too when I start getting tired, is I'm working now so I don't have to work during the week. Sunday and Monday, I don't do sessions. Monday, we do schoolwork. So Sunday is also the only day that Jessica and I really, really have together to do whatever we want to do. So having him help and having this list and me knowing what I'm doing really helps me push through that Sunday so we can have some fun. Like I said, put on some music, have the kids help if they can help. Listen to a football game, listen to a book. Doesn't really matter, but that's my Sunday. So you guys will be seeing it live starting in the new year. I will let you know a time-ish. It'll be Central Time. So, but have a great day. Bye. That one doesn't turn off. This